As you can see, Magic Kingdom train station behind us. We're in early entry. It's only about 8 o'clock, and early entry doesn't really start till 8:30, but we're here, so happy days. It has been a morning.
It has.
Do you want to kind of go through everything?
What hasn't gone wrong, basically? You woke up with a banging headache.
Yeah, I didn't sleep well.
Didn't sleep great. The bed's kind of noisy, like it creaks an awful lot. Like, so if you want to get up to go to the loo, it sort of bangs as soon as you get out of the bed. So it's a little bit noisy. So neither of us slept great.
Yeah,
we figured out the crossbody that Craig has.
It's too small for everything
too small
we need.
For the stuff we need.
So I'm having to wear my big backpack today. But what we're going to do is later we're going to hopefully go to the outlets before we go off to BJ's Brewhouse to watch the American football. Obviously, go Giants. Yeah, we're going to try and get another bag because this bag's like huge. It's my carry-on bag and it's way too big, really. But the crossbody, it just wasn't fitting everything. So and then we had we were kind of running late.
We were trying to get everything sorted. We pulled all the stuff out, the chargers for the camera. Realised that half the stuff hadn't charged overnight, so we're now running off of battery packs that are in the bags. So we weren't intending on bringing all of those, but they're now in there.
No, but luckily there are power rods here. So, if worst comes to the worst and we run out of our normal battery packs, we've got power rods that we can buy. So, we'll have a way of charging this. It's just the battery handle didn't charge by the look of things. So we've left that charging in the room just to see if that's like faulty. If that's faulty, we'll probably just order another one off Amazon while we're out here and then do a warranty claim when we get home. But
yeah,
there we go.
Less than 6 months old or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, my glasses broke. I pulled my sunglasses out. One of the is that what they're called? It came off.
Yeah.
It might just be a screw that's gone in the bag, but we didn't have time. Luckily, I have a backup pair, so shove those in the bag. Hopefully, they don't break. I managed to break my hair clip as well. That broke in travel, so that's now broken.
As you can tell, a lot has happened. But what's the final
thing? And then we got to the bus. We saw the bus. We were like, "Oh, okay, we need to run." Luckily, we had plenty of time. But Craig had his Java Monster that he showed in the hall last night. So we were drinking that just before he got on the bus. Like, do you want a sip? I was like, I normally don't rush and drink because I think I have undiagnosed dyspraxia. I'm a bit clumsy. I bump into stuff. I'm a bit uncoordinated, and I just don't normally drink if I'm in a rush. And I drank some, and I don't wear I should have followed this up before. I don't wear white ever. I'm a very dark coloured t-shirt girl. I've never had the confidence to wear white before. I was like, Disney trip, being proud, lost a little bit of weight. I'll try and go for a bit of white. First Disney day. What do you think happens? This happens. Can you see? I spilled coffee down myself. Yesterday in Walmart, we were like, I really want to get one of those Tide pens because they're supposed to be really good for stains. We were rushing around yesterday because it was just so busy on a Saturday afternoon. Couldn't find the Tide pens anyway, so I was like, we'll come back to that. We'll get it another time. First day, I wear white.
And now we need a Tide pen.
And now we need a Tide pen. We're not going to find one of us here. No. I can go around asking people, I'll give you $5 for using your Tide pen, can I? But we're just like, what is the chances the first day I wear white that I managed to spill coffee? Literally, we haven't even left the resort. All this thought gone into outfits and I have to change it already.
But it doesn't matter because we're here now. We're going to head in. We're going to go to the Emporium and just see what we can pick anything up.
We're at Disney. We've got to laugh about it.
And then we have a lightning lane for Tron this morning. Never been on Tron, so it'll be our first ride. So we'll see how that goes. Here we are back in the Magic Kingdom. Obviously, it is Halloween time, so there is bunting everywhere, scarecrows. I think it was Molly from Mammoth Club who showed us this. But all of the scarecrows here are cast member outfits from different areas around the park. So I'm not clued up enough to kind of tell you exactly which ones they are. But I know that around the corner there's the baseball one. I mean, this is obviously going to be Haunted Mansion. Around the corner there, you're going to have Casey's over there, and then there's the shot with going to be the shot with the castle in the background with the two pumpkins between it. This is like the first time that it kind of starts to feel a little real, I guess. Like Disney Springs is a vibe, but it's not this. And then obviously you have the, like we said before, like we've never been to Magic Kingdom on our first day, so walking around the corner to see the,
I love this.
The castle is not something we've done on our first day, but that is.
And there she is.
A great view.
Shining, glistening. Look at that coffee stain down the side of her. She's so majestic, even though she's covered in brown.
Obviously, the castle's going to be changing soon as well.
Yeah, it's going back to the OG colours, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's still in the 50th anniversary colours at the moment. What we'll probably just do now is just walk down Main Street up to the castle. We'll come back to the Emporium. The Emporium's not going anywhere at the moment. But yeah, like despite everything that's happened this morning, like it all disappears as soon as you walk around that corner, doesn't it? And we're now walking past the bubble bin, infamous bubble bin that's churning bubbles out onto the.
Could I get a sticker? Because I managed to spill coffee down myself already. Just cover it up. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
So I don't know if you would have heard that, but Anna's just picked up some Pluto stickers just to cover up.
Emergency coffee stain stickers, because why not?
So obviously, when you have early entry into the park, there's really not a lot that you can do in the morning. I think it's only really Fantasyland and Tomorrowland. So obviously you'll have all these cast members who are saying, for early entry for guests who participate in hotels, which obviously is going to be anybody who's staying in a Disney hotel or a Disney partnered hotel that also includes the early entry. So you'd go to the right and go down towards Tomorrowland. Obviously Space and Tron are going to be popular this morning, as they always would be. I mean, look at the sky as well. It's a really, really nice morning this morning.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And the hub is just such an amazing place just to chill out. There's motion everywhere with obviously all the people walking around, but you also got all the fountains everywhere. You got the Mickey Reefs, and yeah, just chilling out, and we'll go from there.
We've just been on Space Mountain, first ride of the morning.
Yeah.
Was it the best idea with a headache?
Probably not, no. But it is what it is. But we're on the People Mover. It's a nice little chill one. Do love this ride. I'm a big Disney history person, so anything that's like stuff like the People Mover, Pirates. Carousel Progress, Living with the Land, like all of that stuff that's like old stuff is exactly like right in up my alley. And little stuff like this as well with Progress City, so incredible. But yeah, we're just going to enjoy this and then on to Tron. So we've just come off Tron. Obviously, we did People Mover before that, but yeah, just jumped off Tron now. Waited for front row on that.
Yeah.
First time we've ever done it, and I know a lot of people say that it's short, but
it felt longer than we thought it was going to feel, based on what other people had said. But admittedly, it is still a short ride. But when you're on it, I think it doesn't feel that short to me.
No, and that launch is something else. I mean,
yeah, did a number on your hair.
Yeah, we'll put the picture in of the Tron Hair Don't Care that went up on Instagram. But yeah, that was really good. Really enjoyed that. It was a 40-minute wait.
We had a lightning lane.
We had a lightning lane for it, and I think we waited maybe 10 minutes. And a lot of that was walking.
That was in the main queue bit at the front, like after the pre-show bit.
Yeah, and we didn't say it for Space Mountain, but Space Mountain was a 10-minute, and it was a walk-on. It was 10 minutes of walking.
Yeah.
People Mover was a 5-minute. We walked straight on that. So we've had quite a successful morning. It's the actual park itself has only been open for an hour and a half since early entry. So now we're just going to go with the flow. I'm kind of feeling Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
I don't know what the wait time.
We've already made it through one load of water bottles. We need to go and fill that up. It is warm, so we just need to make sure we keep that topped up.
Yeah, absolutely. But other than that, it's the negativity of the start of the day has faded away very quickly.
Yeah. I'm rocking the sticker now. I tried to find a t-shirt in the Emporium. There was nothing. The only one I really liked, they didn't have my size. They actually had quite very few sizes in there.
A lot of it was like XL, 3X, 2X, and that was it, wasn't it?
So I'm just going to rock Pluto for the day, and
who cares? Right, we've just come for a little sit-down break. It is getting a little muggy now. It is 10:30, so we just wanted to get a drink. I need some coffee because I'm a coffee fiend. Anna's got this like mango peach oat milk refresher thing, so give that a go. That's not bad. You cannot taste the oat milk at all. It's like very peach forward.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure what I was expecting, to be fair, but I quite like it.
Yeah, it's not bad. Obviously the biodegradable straws as well. We love to see that. Save the turtles and all of that. We're not sweet treat kind of people a lot of the time, but when it's breakfast and you decide to see this absolute monstrosity, which is a twist of some kind. It looks like a massive yum yum that's twisted essentially, but we'll give it a go. I mean, it's just going to be a standard sweet treat, I'd imagine. It's a glazed donut. It's a glazed donut in twist form. It looks fun. I won't show you my latte. It's a frozen latte, or not even a frozen latte. It's an iced latte. It's going to be like every other iced latte you've ever seen, but yeah, we're just going to chill out for a minute and then head over towards Haunted Mansion, I think. One ride we've never been on.
Is it a ride?
Who knows. We're also walking through poop.
Splish splash!
Our tour begins here in this gallery. Here where you see paintings of some of our guests as they appeared in their corruptible, mortal state. Kindly step all the way in, please, and make room for everyone. There's no turning back now.
At this time, please drag your bodies away from the walls into the dead center of the room. Step away from the walls.
Your cadaverous pallor betrays an aura of foreboding, almost as though you sense a disquieting metamorphosis. Is this haunted room actually stretching, or is it your imagination? And consider this dismaying observation. This chamber has no windows and no doors. Which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out. was always my way. Oh, I didn't mean to frighten you prematurely. And heed this warning. The spirits will materialize only if you remain quietly seated at all times. Oh yes, and no flash pictures, please. We spirits are frightfully sensitive to bright lights. Every room has wall-to-wall curtains and hot and cold running chills.
Crawlies, toads in a pond. Let there be music from regions
12:15 now. As you would have seen, we've smashed out a couple of rides there. Haunted Mansion, always a classic, and It's a Small World, which, you know, the songs.
It's a ride.
It's a ride. Yeah, it's always good fun though. Like the animatronics are so old on that ride, and you can see that some of them are maybe not in tip-top condition, but it's part of the charm of it. You know, the age of it just kind of shines through. As you can see, we're just around the side of the castle at the moment, just sort of outside Liberty Square. Just thought we'd quickly check in. I'm really enjoying it so far, so it's a really good day. It's much change from how the mood was earlier, and we're just kind of, you know, just loving the vibes. Obviously had some time around at the Tangled toilets over there as well, so we're probably going to head over to Adventureland. Adventureland, just to go on Jungle Cruise and to go on to Pirates of the Caribbean as well. Wait times and everything haven't been too bad. Tron's the highest wait time at the moment with a 50-minute wait, and Peter Pan and Mine Train, which tend to, you know, be the longest, of 40 minutes. So I think that just proves that when you're doing a trip and there's a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party on, and you're kind of thinking, but the park closes at 6, you're actually going to get a lot done. And if you're like us, who, you know, we're going to watch the NFL later, and you don't mind doing that, I think it may be a good thing to do. And you can smash out quite a lot, because I think a lot of people just steer away, because obviously there's no fireworks, there's no like nighttime parade. But if you're going to be doing that on another day, then maybe kind of look for something like this, because it's worth doing.
Yeah, so it was a 3 on the touring plans, wasn't it?
Yeah, 3 out of 10. So
I think that's been reflected in the ride times today.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll catch you probably after the next 2 rides, and we're going to be going to Casey's. That was even just a little bit wet.
Yeah.
Do I hear 10? A hen for a 10.
10? I'll give you 20 for the rock.
The key is
Kitty, kitty, kitty.
Did you see that? Up here.
Some mystery will be taken to the steel.
Rolling the vessel, leaving my jack.
People gonna come here from everywhere, and I'm almost there. Yeah, I'm almost There's been trials and tribulations. You know I've had my share, but I've climbed the mountain and I've crossed the river. I'm almost there. Yeah, I'm almost there. Said
Right, that is Casey's done. Bit of lunch. Anna, what did you have?
Is it? I think it's the Chicago style vegan hot dog. I've had it twice before. This time, I'm not sure why. It tasted different. It was the hot dog itself was still really nice. The toppings, I think, unless it's just my taste buds have changed, but the flavours of the toppings seem to overpower the whole hot dog a lot more. It was still nice, I still enjoyed it, but it's just not quite as I remembered it. But we had fries and a cheese sauce, and that always goes down well. That's never not a win in my books.
No.
Fake cheese is thumbs up for me.
Yeah, nothing like the plastic cheese. I had the barbacoa pulled beef hot dog. I was only planning on getting the 6-inch, but apparently when I did the order on my Disney Experience, I did the hot foot long. We put the picture in here that Anna, X-rated picture that Anna took of me eating said hot dog. It's absolutely massive. Really nice though. Barbecue sauce was kind of a bit sweet and spicy at the same time. The only problem is it was super messy. Like you just couldn't eat it without getting it all over you. And really, like, as you were eating the pulled pork, it kind of pulled beef. It just kept coming and coming and coming. So it was a very, very messy meal, very filling as well. But you know, solid kind of 7 out of 10, I would say on that. What about yours?
I'd say this time, I'd normally give it an 8.5. I'd say this time round, I'd probably give it a 7.
Yeah,
I'd still have it again because it is one of my preferred meals in Magic Kingdom. But yeah, today it's just a little bit overpowering, the flavours wise.
So obviously you would have seen footage of Pirates of the Caribbean and us going towards the Tianas. So we caught the end of that little musical thing
Yeah,
that they were
that was
doing.
nice to see.
It's nice
spontaneous little show.
Yeah, it's nice to see sort of street entertainers because they have been disappearing. We were going to look at Jungle Cruise, but Jungle Cruise is like a half an hour wait, which is one of the highest in the park at the moment. So for now, I think what we're going to do is just have a little mooch around and then head towards Under the Sea.
Under the Sea, and possibly Fill Our Magic, but just let lunch settle a bit, nothing too crazy rockers about.
But Tron's been sitting at around 50-minute wait, so we're probably going to look at maybe doing that again. We've done that earlier. But yeah.
Oh, she's so mean. I'll make you human if you give me your voice, she says. And Ariel gets all flustered and don't know what she's signing. Wait, let me start it a minute. I know what.
Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along down the, what's that word again? Street.
Darling, it's winter down where it's winter. Take it from me. Up on the shore, they work all day. Out in the sun, they stay away. Biggie boogie, good and floating under the sea. The fish is happy as off to the waves blue. The fish on the land ain't happy, but the sad goes the pool. But fish in the bowl is lucky, they ain't for a worse of fate. One day when they must get hungry, yes, you go beyond the page. Oh no, under the sea, under the sea. Nobody beat us, fry us and eat us in fricassee. We want the land fish loves to cook. Under the sea, we off the hook. We got no troubles. Life is the memories under the sea. Under the sea. Since life is in
Aruga, Sabruga, winds of the Caspian Sea. Larynxus, glossitis, max laryngitis, not voce to me. I admit that in the past I've been a nasty. They weren't kidding when they called me well a witch. But you'll find that nowadays I've mended all my ways, repented, seen the light and made a switch. Yes, poor unfortunate souls in pain, in need. This one longing to be thinner, that one wants to get the girl, and do I help them? Yes, indeed. Why to die to try wanna kiss the girl?
Sha-la-la-la-la-la, I don't hide, like a boy too shy, gonna kiss the girl.
How big is that?
As you can see, everything worked out swell for Ariel. Of course, sometimes I get a little confused.
Yes, it's been a while since we last kind of checked in. We went off and did
Ariel
Under the Sea.
Fill Our Magic,
Yeah.
which was great.
Yeah, it's a fun little show. It's got aircon.
I swear the smells in there were stronger.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
smells and
know.
everything have been stronger. Like Pirates, they
Pirates
were
was
really
pretty
strong.
strong.
Yeah.
It feels like they've just given an extra boost of all of it to all the rides that have smells.
Yeah, and then we decided to do Tron again just because it was a 40-minute wait. And
Yeah.
to be honest,
I think we only waited about half an hour
Yeah.
max.
And then
And
Halloween.
we were in the back for that as well, which was, or as far back as you can go in the normal seats. Obviously, the one behind is the sort of disabled or less able-bodied seats. So we were far back, and it felt a lot faster, and we could see a bit more, I think, as well.
Yeah. As we come off of that, though, it's got horrifically hot, like the hottest it's been all day.
Yeah.
Couple that with the fact that the wait times are starting to go up because the Halloween crowds are coming in for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. Now, to be fair, some amazing costumes walking around here with Hey Hey and Hercules and loads, and just like, but the wait times are starting to go up. Seven Dwarfs is now down, which was the only ride that we probably would have stayed in the park for. So what we've decided to do is we're going to go back to the hotel, freshen up a little bit because we are sweaty, very sweaty now. And we were hoping to go to the outlets, the Vineland outlets yesterday, but obviously with the whole room stuff that kind of took a back seat. So we're actually going to go down to the outlets. I want to get a second pair of shoes while we're here. I want to get a smaller bag because obviously we've spoken about the crossbody, and we just want to have a look around. So we're going to take a little break now, and the next time you'll see us will probably be getting in the car or in the car ready to go to the outlets. So we're at BJ's Brewhouse in Vineland at the moment. It's a place we went to 10 years ago, but the International Drive one, and it's just a kind of, standard kind of Americanized restaurant. There's quite a few of them. They're quite well known sort of nationally. And we'll just give you a quick look here at the menu. But what did you end up going for?
Well, I did end up going for it as a pescatarian, so I've got the mahi-mahi tacos. So we'll see what them like. I decided not to go for a burger just because I had one yesterday for lunch, and just try and break up the burger stints a bit, because sometimes that is your only option. If you're pescatarian, it's just nice to have something a little bit different. So.
Hello, Future Anna here. Just going through the edits of this vlog, and I realised I completely missed, when we were in the restaurant, this BJ's Brewhouse protein bowl, which does have a vegetarian option. In hindsight, I probably would have actually gone for this because it sounds right up my street. So, shoulda, woulda, coulda, maybe next time, but just wanted to highlight it as another option for vegetarians.
Yeah, so the server kind of recommended a few things. They're really known for the pizookie thing here, which is like a pizza version of a cookie, like deep pan with ice cream on top of it, which is not probably something we're going to get here. But they're also known for, that they're kind of like eats across America. He recommended the boneless wings. That's something that they have a lot of sort of different sauces for. They said that the hot honey one was nice, and the barbecue as well. But I actually went for the New Orleans jambalaya. Jambalaya is something that I quite like at home. So that's got blackened chicken breast, shrimp, chicken andouille sausage, peppers, onions, tomatoes, rice, Cajun spice broth. So yeah, should be good. We'll show that when it comes out. For drink, I kind of asked the server for his recommendations, but unfortunately he's not a beer drinker. But I went for the BJ's Light Switch pale, well, more of a lager, I guess, more than it is an ale. It's quite nice. It's quite a crisp kind of lager. It's very light. I'm not a massive lager drinker, but it's actually quite nice, and much more prefer an ale there. But you know, it's a nice little place, and we chose it because of the fact that we knew that they'd be showing the football, and kind of. Yeah, at the moment they have the sort of football on 1, 2, 3, which is a massive one over there. 4, there's another couple of TVs around that are outside that are showing it. So yeah, just to kind of fill you in on everything that happened. So we went to the outlets. I'm not sure how much of that we're going to show. There might just be a little bit that we've kind of put in here. We kind of went there looking for some shoes for me, just an alternative pair. And then also a park bag, just because the rucksack, like I said earlier, the rucksack that I'm using is quite big, and the crossbody's just not big enough for what we take into the parks. We just like to kind of be covered for all aspects, because we don't tend to break halfway through the day. We tend to like power through.
Yeah, I think the main because I said we like to be prepared. The main sort of bulkiness of the bag was actually the Mac, wasn't it? For your rain Mac. Because it's one of those sort of fold-up ones that you put in a pouch, it does take up a bit of room. We do, we've had ponchos in the past, and they've just always been quite flimsy. And if you have a pack of Mac, it's just you can use it in the UK as well. Not many people go out walking and stuff in ponchos, so if you make use of what you already have. So that was the main thing you wanted to pack with having the bag, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then obviously we weren't able to really find anything in the outlets. We only had an hour, and we kind of were taking things really quickly and just having a look. We know we're going back to the outlets in 2 days as well, one of our shopping days where we're going to go to Spring, so we can definitely look into that a bit more. But we ended up going to Target, and we found just like a standard backpack for like $5, so that really does do the job.
We ended up finding the Tide pen as well.
Yeah, we got the Tide pen and just grabbed a drink. So all finished at BJ's Brewhouse. Really good meal. That jambalaya was super flavourful, like really, really flavourful. Quite spicy as well. So if you're spice averse and you fancy coming out to BJ's, probably not the thing to go for. Very meat heavy as well. Shrimp, sausage, chicken, absolutely tons of it. Tons of rice. I'm absolutely stuffed now. But really, really good. Really, really impressed with how flavourful that food is, because jambalaya obviously is a Cajun dish and needs flavour to it. That's the whole point in it. And I know that I have had in the past some quite bland ones, so it was nice that they didn't scrimp around. Like you could see the seasoning around the edge of the bowl, so it kind of you knew it was going to be good.
Mine was maybe not so great. I think what yours made up for in flavour, mine kind of lacked a bit. I think the mahi it didn't really have any kind of seasoning on it at all. Like the tacos just had the fish steak and then like toppings on top.
Slaw,
so like coleslaw, yeah, and then it had sort of a side of black refried beans, which I'm not a huge fan of. Small pot of guacamole and salsa with some chips. So there was two of the tacos. I ate them. The fish itself was okay. It just could have done with more flavour. And sort of I'm just gauging now, and I think I'm still like a little bit hungry. I think it probably wasn't filling enough. It could maybe have done with less of the sides and maybe a third taco, and that would have been fine, because the protein obviously comes from the fish. So I just found that I was like picking the chips by the end of it, and I never really like doing that as a part of a main meal.
No.
Unless obviously you ordered, like loaded nacho fries, that sort of meal that
sure.
you've gone in expecting. So it wasn't a winner for me, but I'm glad Craig had a great meal.
Surfer was all right as well. Nice enough.
Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, it was perfect. He was perfectly fine. It was just nice to be able to watch the NFL in a pleasant setting. So, out of 10, for my personal preference, my personal meal, I'd probably give it maybe a 5 or 6 at push. But I would always come back for just the setting, because it is, it's nice, and yeah, if you're a sports fan, it is an ideal restaurant to go to.
Yeah, mine I'd give a solid 8.5. It was really, really good. I was actually really impressed with it. Jambalaya is not something that I have very often, especially with meat. We've cooked a few jambalayas at home, but obviously we make them vegetarian, so it was just nice to kind of have a proper authentic one, especially with the Anjuli sausage, which was very, very good. But we're now going to head back to the room. When we get there, we'll do a little recap and then sign off for the evening. Right, that is another day, our first park day wrapped up. I'm still struggling to kind of acclimatise a little bit. I'm knackered at the end of these days.
Yeah, I mean, today was a busy one. I don't know what your step count is. Mine's on just over 23,500 steps. So it's been a long one walking wise. I think it's a lot for the first proper park day, but we move.
yeah, and it has been a really good day. Obviously, we rode Tron twice today, our first ever rides on those. What did you think? Because obviously we tried it at the back. We actually said it was more intense at the back.
I think so, and I saw a lot more going round sort of the track. You could just like the orange racer sections, I could see a lot better, and yeah, I felt it felt faster at the back, in my opinion, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a real highlight of the day, getting to do that twice, and with the lower wait times, it really helped as well.
The only downside at the moment is the fact that we haven't picked up any Magic Bands Plus yet, just mainly because of the fact that we haven't found one that we're kind of officially sold on. We're probably just going to go for some plain ones rather than the special ones, but it does kind of seem like everywhere has the same selection, and the selection's not amazing right now, maybe. However, because of that as well, we haven't actually had our Tron videos in. We will have it by the time this goes out, so we'll put the footage in of us on the ride. But obviously we've got to wait 24 hours, and once you've waited 24 hours, you can then go to guest services and they can find it for you. But just as like a word of advice when you're doing that, just make sure that you jot down when you get onto rides, because that's what they're going to ask you, and also try and remember what you were wearing on that day, especially if it's a few days that's passed since the time that you actually had it, and then you go back, just because of the fact that it makes it a hell of a lot easier for them to find you. The amount of trains that go through that ride per day is probably astronomical, and they're trying to find you on that ride amongst hundreds of other people who would have been on that ride. So just worth making a mental note of it.
Yeah, we did it last time actually for our trip. Something went wrong with our memory maker, and somehow I managed to remember everything we were wearing each day. Mainly, I mean, obviously you take pictures throughout the day, so it's not always too hard, if you've taken a snapshot. But they were able to, if you're scrolling through pictures, if you can then go, oh yes, that's what we were wearing, it just makes it a lot easier. Yeah,
and also if somebody, because sometimes it can take a while. If a cast member really does spend the time, like that person did a few years ago, we put in a cast compliment for them just because they really spent the time with us to get that stuff for us, and that's the kind of stuff that you remember is all the pictures and the videos. So just if a cast member does do that and spends a lot of time, just think about doing a cast compliment, because I think it really does mean the world to them. For now, we're obviously going to hit the hay because it's another early one tomorrow. We've got early entry to Animal Kingdom tomorrow, so that will be the vlog for next week. Is it a bit stupid for me to say what your favourite thing was today? Because it's Tron, right?
Yeah, absolute highlight of the day.
Tron.
Yeah, it was great.
For me, it was also Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion is one of my favourite rides of all time.
Yeah.
And
seeing Hatbot Ghost for the first time.
Yeah, and is it really a ride on Haunted Mansion if you don't get stuck for at least 5 minutes in one specific place with songs playing around you? But that's part of the charm, isn't it? It's an old ride, and these things happen.
Sometimes I think they stop. The Omni movers are sort of notorious, I think, for stopping because sometimes people need help getting on and off the ride.
Assistance.
It's not always them breaking down as such. It's because some people, they need to have sufficient time to get people on and off if they need help. So just be patient with the Omni movers. It's not always a case of you get stuck, but
yes, yeah, that is true. The less said about the NFL today, the better. Both our teams lost. For those that don't know, I'm a Giants fan and as a Saints fan, both teams lost today, so not a great start to the season. But for now, obviously, thank you if you've watched this entire video. We really do appreciate it. Obviously, we're still learning, so bear with us. Hopefully, the footage isn't a little janky and isn't segmented, but we'll learn. We'll learn.
Yeah.
But for now, just if you like, subscribe, leave us a comment down below, and obviously follow us on Instagram at The Inked Explorers, and we will see you in the morning.